Hey everyone, welcome back to our On the Money YouTube channel, powered by Allied Wealth. Matt Stevenson here again. And today I wanted to tell you a bit more about some of the things that I'm seeing in the financial planning world lately. And it's the rise of the Robo-Advisor. Certainly there's been a lot of focus on AI, artificial technology, in recent months and years. And we're starting to see that trickle over into the investment world and the financial planning space. Now, when it comes to building a retirement plan, you've got a lot of different alternatives at your fingertips as far as how to go about that. Do I build my retirement plan on my own? Does it make sense to work with a financial advisor? Or is there perhaps an intermediary, a middle alternative where I can have some assistance that kind of automates and streamlines that process? Well, let's dive in to some of the pros and cons of whether you should use a robo-advisor to build your retirement plan. Now, there are some benefits of using a robo-advisor. It can create an easy, streamlined approach. It takes a lot of the stress off the table as far as, well, what investments do I select? Am I taking the right amount of risk with this fund or that fund? Am I using the highest quality funds or stocks out there? It helps to really make that process more efficient. And it can also be a bit more cost effective at times. Now, not always, and that's certainly an important distinction. But relatively speaking, these robo-advisors tend to be pretty cost effective and low cost, so it can be easy to implement. It allows for perhaps that set it and forget it mentality. And for some folks, that can provide some peace of mind. You know, if we've got at least some plan in place or a system in place that is going to automatically, tweak things, rebalance things, and the investments I have over the course of time, then that allows us to, for some of us, take the hands off the wheel and understand that we have that process in place. Now, with that being said, a lot of what the robo-advisor will do is what we call rebalance the investments we have periodically, whether that's every quarter, maybe at the end of each year. And so maybe we have some stocks, maybe we have some bonds or bond funds. It'll actually rebalance the percentage or the weighting of each of those stocks or funds to more of an overall asset allocation that we're targeting. And so there are some pros. There's some definite drawbacks as well. The main one that I think about is that life just does not really play out on a piece of paper or a spreadsheet. And don't get me wrong, it's important to have the numbers mapped out. I have a lot of people that come to the office that bring their Excel files with them. They've mapped out exactly when they're going to draw their benefits, when they're going to time things like a pension or Social Security, which buckets of the nest egg they're going to draw on and when. And they often have an idea in their head of how long that money's going to last based on what the numbers say. All that's amazing. That's important to understand. But life sometimes gets in the way of our best laid plans, and especially when we think about having a system in place to build a retirement plan for the most critical years of your life. A lot of that just simply doesn't tie to the math or an algorithm, right? We need to have a hands-on approach, whether it's for ourselves or we partner with another team to get that second opinion and to make sure that we stay on the right track, even if things in life want to add headwinds and potentially derail us. Now, many of these robo-advisors and these AI programs are built on what we call conventional financial wisdom. And we talk about that in terms of ideas and concepts in the financial world that worked really well for a long period of time, especially late 70s, 80s, all the way through the early 2000s, when the stock market had amazing returns, and so did the bond market because interest rates declined so much. There were a period of time where a lot of us would say we could throw a dart at the dartboard and anything we landed on would stick and it would be a sound investment choice. Well, those days are long gone. Since the turn of the century, we've seen more volatility than ever. We've seen major market crashes throughout that time. And even recently, we've seen huge ebbs and flows in what the market is doing and the decisions we make with our money as a result of that. A lot of that, the psychological aspect, our mindset about what our money's doing, is not accounted for by these robo-advisors and that conventional wisdom. There's also less personalization. Oftentimes there's going to be just a set range of portfolios with a set number of investments. You have the same allocation across hundreds of, potentially thousands of clients out there. And the challenge with that is that everybody is unique. You have a unique financial fingerprint, and maybe your plan should be tailored more to your wants and needs and not Billy Bob and Mary Sue down the street. And oftentimes we just have that need for a relationship building, not only for ourselves, but perhaps our loved ones, especially with legacy planning in mind. Late in life, we want to make sure that our loved ones have someone to turn to that you can trust and have confidence in, that they're going to take care of your loved ones and make sure that that money lasts them the rest of their lifetime as well. Those are some of the things that perhaps a robo-advisor can't really provide to you. And so ultimately, there are some pros and cons on either side of the table, and it really comes down to your personal situation and your time frame in decision-making process. We talk often about the difference between accumulation mode, while you're working and saving money away, and income mode when you need a paycheck replacement to last the next 20 or 30 years in the most important years of your life. And that could also mean the difference in the type of strategy and plan you have in place to navigate those different time frames. Folks, as always, if you like our content, make sure that you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel for more content to come. We'll see you soon.